Hello, new Hearts of Iron guide, ASW guide, anti-submarine warfare guide. In a lot of games, the submarines are banned because they are too hard to destroy, or the people don't know how to destroy them. And I show a few ideas, methods what you can do against the submarines. First, what I built, the situation should simulate a little bit 1941, 1942. Um, the German submarine, level 4 submarine, Snorkel 1, everything level 4. With Admiral Dönitz, um, Silent Hunter, Torpedo Expert und Loading Master. Screen penetration is only useful if the enemy screen is not complete. But in the submarine warfare, you have mostly this situation. But I think not be detected is better. Mm. Doctrines are all tagged. This is very important because some people show something in tests and say, "Oh, my unit is so OP," and you can manipulate a lot of in the background. So I show the conditions of my tests. For example, if I don't have the doctrines and the English have all doctrines, don't have a good admiral, and the English have the best admirals, then that's just no good test. And a lot of other YouTubers and gamers and testers try to promote their OP tactics and don't show you all the conditions. If you're Germany, you never will don't move to the English Channel because it's a shallow water. Your submarines will detect it very easy. Same here. And this is fjords. There are no rules for submarines. It's only shallow water, but somewhere you must go. And in these areas you can have air coverage for your planes or for your submarines. But the most fighting is in the Atlantic, in this area or these areas. Here is deep sea. It's more. The submarines are less visible, but yes, I use this area. So, what the English have? First, IE off. First, same conditions. Radar, destroyer type 2. Probably in multiplayer have higher attack, but I show this with these old destroyers. And doctrines. Yeah, right. UK have always, even before the war started, at least this level of, because they need agility for the fight, for the air fight, so they have this always, or at the dead anyway. So, ships first. I built a few ships, and I will show ships, mines, and fighters what works against submarines. First, the first class of destroyer, I called it the cannon fodder destroyer. In German, you have a term Kanonenfutter. In English, you have a similar term cannon fodder. It means something cheap, something expendable, less trained troops who just run into the guns or something like this. Or the First World War. I think this term came from First World War. Yes, these are very cheap destroyers. They have no sonar, no gun, no only a gun because you need one gun. Um, every destroyer has one discharge, so if you even if you don't install one, the idea behind this model is the submarines run away if a destroyer came, and if you have much destroyers, they can protect the convoys anyway. So let's show. Come here. Um, that's the first idea. The second idea, you start a small minefield. You don't need this much submarines to build a large minefield. I think only a few. Convoys. I try to route all convoys across this area because I want the fights in this area. And I need an admiral. I use this guy because you gain more experience, and you get there always a one trade fleet protector, which are helping in fighting submarines. And if they get more experience faster, they get the trade faster. So let's see what the destroyer do. There are a lot of destroyers, so they cover the area very well. And 100% screen, and the convoy is safe. Fine. Next encounter, 100% screen, convoy escape. Fine. To show you, even old destroyers are useful because they can the submarines run away, even for old destroyers, and even old destroyers can help to avoid hits. So, but the problem on the submarines is not that they can attack the destroyers, and that's the problem. That's why they are so dangerous. Back. Yeah, come. The fight. Boom. Less. That's one problem, because this time I have too much convoys that even 40 destroyers can't protect all its convoys, and now the submarines can attack the convoys, even if don't switch then on an always attack. So, and the second problem is, boom, Destroyer tot. Zerstörer versenkt. Submarine will even, that's unusual, they get detected sometimes, but these destroyers, the death charges are way too weak to make much damage, and they just kill all destroyers now. Yes, they make some damage, but they are too weak. So, but this cheap destroyer don't really work. It worked in the beginning if the submarine's weak, and if the Germans don't recognize that the destroyers aren't really armed. In single player, this could work. In multiplayer, they will see that the destroyers are too weak and just attack them. So, better destroyers. That's the I call the Super Zerstörer. They have one. That's the sonar radar. Radar is very important to detect submarines. Torpedo not useful. Motor not helpful in this case. One death charges. Why only one? Because um, the problem is not killing the submarine most times. The problem is detecting it. And this death charge have 8 damage, 12, 16, and 20. And the submarine, you need always 2 hits from a death charge to kill it. But we have here a lot of destroyers, so you always should get 2 hits to one submarine. So let's see what happened. Submarine detected and hit, but it could escape. So that's more death charges could be useful. 1 destroyer killed. Yeah, they can escape. So more death charges would be useful. 1 kill. Okay, they were good this time. But one submarine cost around 1,000 industry points or shipbuilding, and the destroyer cost more. So even if I lose more submarines than destroyers, then most time it's a win for the Germans. And this, but now they lose more. So even this destroyer works. Sometimes I make a lot of tests. Sometimes it works better. Sometimes it worked worse. But in this case, it worked. It get all the submarines. And they are in battle, don't hunting convoys, and don't go on other places and hunt convoys. So they are stuck in the battle and don't kill something. And 1 escape back to Germany. So destroyer with sonar could work. Sometimes better, sometimes worse. I make this test a few times. Minefield is still building. Then another idea. You can send an aircraft carrier. Oh no, let's start with the Air Force. England start with these few bombers, and you can always use them here to hunt submarines. These are not very expensive, and you have them anyway. So let's see what they can do. New test submarines. The other idea is you don't need to kill the submarines, you just need to damage them, that they will go home for repairs. And if they go home for repairs, they don't do anything bad. And if they are in ports, for example in France or even in Germany, you can always try some airstrikes against them and try to damage them in the ports or kill them in the ports. Last battle. They got convoys. The airplanes can't do anything because they don't see the submarine. No hit. can buy a little bit some stuff, more convoys to think. Ah, wrong. The Civil War started now all over the place because I don't make any focuses. So now the other submarine group attack and massacre the convoys. So these few planes don't do anything. They will do something over the game, but in the short few months they don't do a lot. So we need more planes. I have built 4 air wings. Small air wings, or more air wings, fly more sorties and have a higher chance to attack anything, but deal less damage. But you need I would prefer more sorties. And a higher possibility to hit something. Bomb. Boom. Next. Submarine damaged. Submarine damaged. The other idea, der one kill. OP4 U-Boot tot. OP level 4 U-Boot tot. Death. Kill. If more planes fly over the area, I think you get more hits. You detect more submarines, but I don't really know. This was just something I witnessed in my tests. So if you Great Britain, you have always a few thousand planes you can fly somewhere. Oh yeah. And that's one idea how you can use them. Yeah. Need more submarines. That's all dead. You can automate something in your navy if you use these 2 buttons. Damaged units will go home and replaced with units from the reserve fleet. You can do this with submarines. If you do this with battleships, you got a problem because a single battleship move around, and probably you damaged the single battleship move around and could get ambushed very easily from the enemy. Treffer, wieder another airstrike, and go home. Airstrike, airstrike, airstrike. And that's how it works most time. It's always in multiplayer, then you watch what killed the submarines. Bomber, 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 bomber. So, the bombers are worked, that's something. Another idea is, but can also use aircraft carrier. Because it's close, it can't move out. But you need the planes for the carrier can fly sorties. especially in areas you can't get. But you get only a very few planes, of course. And the second problem is your carrier need an escort, because sometimes the carriers get stuck in battles or get attacked, and they're very easily to destroy. No, they're not very helpful now. Oh, it don't work this time. It's the idea, but it don't really work. That's the problem. Ah! And now the carrier is the carrier is dead. Next idea is something I call it Spähkreuzer or Scout Cruiser. You need a ship with very high detection rate, and you can send these ships out to active to you can defend your convoys, or you can try to hunt the enemy, and that's one hunting idea. That the carrier is dead. Run away, Feigling. You see, they try to spot something, and then they engage them, and the submarines are now on the surface and get attacked on the surface. But they can hunt very, very easily, so you mostly don't get them. But you can do something clever, or something smart. You can sit or not attack, and put your destroyer squadron on strike force, and now the cruiser will hunt for the submarines, and then the destroyer come and kill them. And that's an idea, because if the German player recognize what you're doing, they will send some ship after your scout cruiser and try to kill them. But if your destroyers attack them first, they have a problem. Yeah. Sub detected, but don't kill. Problem is you can't build much of them because they're expensive, and you must micro them or control them and move them, look where the submarine threat is greatest and hunt them down. So you need we call it the Sea Lord in our games. You need one who control only the navy, and that is very yes, you need one player to only do this. So we got the submarines. We got them, and now the destroyer came. And attacked the submarines, and they run away too. Well, it don't work this well at the moment, but it could work. You can also do this combination with the Air Force, because if they are detected, they should bomb the submarines very easily and destroy them. But the best way to counter submarines is the minefield. Even we have 700 mines in this area, let's send some submarines in the minefield. Yeah. So, now we're in the minefield. September. One dead. One next submarine dead. Next dead. You see that they die like flies in this minefield. And it should be no... English submarine... that's a convoy. Submarines don't attack submarines in this game. And they didn't in World War II either. So all submarines dead in even under a month. And it should be no problem for England to build enough mine laying submarines to or something to just mine these few areas. As and the no submarine can go out, and Germany can deploy them anywhere. They can probably, if they don't have Vichy France, deploy them in South France, but they have much longer a road, and then if they do this, you just mine this area too. So they don't. If you mine the area, the Germans can't do something. They can't just demine this area, because if they do this, you just kill their mine layer or mine sweeper. So just mine everything and you are safe. That's my idea. So if this was useful, just tell me about your next. Or if you have an idea or question, just tell me, please. Bye bye.